continuamos con Anthony Brook. Abrimos Twitch mientras tanto en el celular por si viene alguien. Perfecto. Ya, habíamos terminado una pelea.
Revelio.
The Wall of Four Beasts. Yeah. The Wall of Four Beasts. El pozo de las cuatro bestias. Some students believe that a wish made over the will of four beasts, whether near the theater or griffin, chimera, or hippogriff, will come true for one who has gained the trust of any of the four. Yeah. Acá hay un... No había fijado.
Revelio.
Hay cosas por acá.
You can't be beat, can you?
Lost to a new student?
know what
I
you
didn't see that coming.
Wish our common room was bigger. I could never find
Bien. Outpost. Habíamos visto este. Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found in Gringotts. Sí, ya lo vi. Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete assignments I have given you and then proceed to see me in my classroom. Ok. Vamos para acá entonces. Igual me voy a cambiar ropa. Aprovechar. A ver si tengo algo un poco más poderoso. No. Gear. Handwear. Ya, harto aumenta. Facewear. Defensa. Voy a ver raro, pero da lo mismo. Headwear. No ayuda en nada. Voy a bajarlo ahí. Neckwear. Ofensiva. 20. Ofensiva. Offense. Ok. Se ve raro, no se ve como un estudiante de Hogwarts, pero da lo mismo. Me imagino que podemos sacar cosas, ¿no? Así que una capa y lentes. Una capa. Marquemos acá el objetivo. Vamos a ir al invernadero. Primera vez que vamos al invernadero. ¿Hay alguna forma de caminar o siempre se corre acá? A ver qué hay por acá.
handy resource.
Wearing Punja's onion again.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again,
Garlic.
Laura dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Pero mira cómo va.
Hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Ok, otra vez.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I nearly went if I enjoyed.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a
Potting
vital
table
ingredient
unlocked.
in the
Select
Wiggenweld
the
potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Select the available. Ay, no alcancé a leer. Bueno, seleccionamos Dittany. The leaves of this medical herb are used in Wiggenweld potion. Dittany seeds can be purchased in the Magic Nip and can be grown in pots of any size. En 10 minutos estaré listo.
Well done! fun. Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Ya. Nos va a acompañar a buscar unas plantas,
Hello.
parece.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead.
Dijo que nosotros
Nice
lideramos.
work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Hufflepuffs too. At least you did. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you didn't. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
A ver, ¿y cómo selecciona? Attack the target with a jumping cabbage.
Revelio.
Hold tab and tap to open. Then tap to use the assigned tool.
Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Was imagine it already, sure, but that's just I suppose they could come in handy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Works, look. Robemos todo.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
¿Soy honesto o no?
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Daríamos 4 minutos. Todo se va.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
¿Qué está haciendo este? Ah.
Incendio.
Bien. Vamos por acá.
Pete was in a mood the other day. Tossed my quill right onto Scribbler's desk. Now I'm
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Accio.
Parece que no puede atacar estudiantes. Me siento desilusionado.
Shouldn't there be Aurors or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
La clase de
Bet he
pociones.
knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Gracias, claro.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
Relieved. ¿A qué se refiere con relieved? Relieved. Translate. Aliviado.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I can get you that feather. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not be that.
Vamos a leer su correspondencia. Memorandum date 31st of December 1875 from outer office subject Boyan Barkes. Boyan Barkes has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made on the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more hours to join those that have already been watching the shop. You're among the new additions. Ashwinder X. Están las...
Remember, precision is key when brewing.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Read potions from log recipes at the potion station. Recipes and ingredients can be purchased from select shops. Ingredients may also be grown and found in the wild. A ver, ¿qué hay que hacer en Endurus? 29 segundos. Vamos a esperar acá un rato. Pick up. tenemos listo.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it!
Dragon's done. What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Ooh.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what you mean. Ya, vamos a hacer lo correcto.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Un
I
segundo.
think each of us
Quiero
has had enough excitement for one day. Class is
conectar una
dismissed.
luz.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Muévete.
He said I had a confession.
¿Por qué terminó la música? Va a ser un solo de guitarra, probablemente.
Revelio.
Kelpie statue. This statue depicts the Kelpie, a shapeshift water demon native to Ireland and Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long and maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported in the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Monstruo del lago Ness. Me perdí un poco, ¿por qué tengo que hablar con él? Former Minister for Magic may have information for me. Prisoner of Love.
Off on another adventure, are we?
De cerca del Hufflepuff, creo, ¿no? Sí.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory. former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy a good mystery.
Glad to hear you are up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Oh, didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
Ya. Tenemos que ir lejos ahora, así que veamos el mapa. World Map. Es para arriba. Pero me imagino que acá hay un teletransporte. Hay un... ¿Pero tú no te juegas? Bueno. Ahora vamos por el camino. No sé qué son esas cosas de allá. Acá hay problemas, parece. Y a mí me gustan los problemas. Amigo.
Incendio. Stupefy. Stupefy. Leviosa. Stupefy. I won't rest. Protego. Stupefy. Leviosa. Incendio. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
Bueno, ataqué a esos... No sé cómo se llaman, solo por ser de esas cosas. Los vi nomás y los ataqué. No hubo ninguna provocación y estaban acá tranquilamente. Acá hay como algo. Me parece que no lo puedo abrir. oreja.
Accio.
Y otros.
Nice mushroom stew about now.
Si me atacan, me voy a defender. Y si no me atacan...
Not quiet.
Incendio.
Lejos.
Levioso. Potato.
Ya vamos a donde nos mandaron. Es como muy fácil las peleas. Pero bueno, me imagino que habrán más complicadas pronto. ¿Qué hay acá? Hay una de estas cosas de Merlín. Few witches or wizards correctly trace the history of Scotland's indigenous mazes back to their rightful source, the 15th century dark wizards known as Eonon Blackwood, born Eonon Wood to a non-magical branch of the Wood family. Eonon was misunderstood by his Muggle parents, and in an effort to fit in, sought solace in the family trade, hedge trimming. He could allegedly control the blackthorn bushes with his mind, creating a beautiful design with ease. This both impressed and infuriated his rather intolerant family. Their resentment only worsened upon young Eonon's invitation to Hogwarts, where he was sorted into Hufflepuff House. ¿Cuál era de Hufflepuff? It was at Hogwarts that Eonon first met one Artemisia Black, disowned by the Black family for her mother's alliance with Artemisian's Muggle father. The half-blood Artemisian relationship with blood purity was a complex one. She considered herself worthy of her mother's maiden name and blamed her father for her ostracization. At the same time, she did not fall wood for his Muggle parentage, but rather considered his too an unwilling innocent victim of Muggle impurity. Ah, ahí hay un laberinto.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned.
Ah, here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Dear sister, it's been some time since we've heard from you. How are things in the ministry? We continue to think of you and hope that you are doing well. You'll be happy to know that we've all made our peace with your decision to become an Auror, as dangerous as it is. You must live your life and follow your path. You are doing so in the service of the wizarding world. I am proud to call you sister. I must inform you of something that you might find curious. It seems a troll has taken up residence in the train tunnel near town. The poor thing's most certain to learn a tragic lesson about the fundamental velocity of locomotives. Edison, Edith Thistlewood. Pobrecito, está trabajando.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an Auror.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban.
It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
¿Te gustan los lentes que llevo? I'm sent to see Azkaban. I'm not sure I want to visit. I'll come with you to Azkaban if it will save her.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
You
said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul. Never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
This Azkaban.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. This isn't a place for loitering.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know all.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
What is that I hear? Perhaps death, in all its mercy, approaches.
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
The book? No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his in Upper Hoggy Field.
Oh.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Ellen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
Pero mira la capa, se buguea la capa.
But Madam Thistlewood, all right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. This looks intriguing.
Acá donde peleé con... Bueno, acá hay una... Bueno, deben haber varias... Inferius. Inferi must be struck with fire spell to make them vulnerable to other attacks. Okay.
Incendio! Levioso!
No.
Incendio! Protego!
Pero qué onda, ¿por qué no puedo? Estaba presionando Q.
Protego!
Protego. Salte más sin miedo.
Incendio!
Yo. Protego porque no funciona.
Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! Incendio! Levioso!
Bueno, acá no es. No creo que sea por allá.
Who lived here, I wonder? I should investigate.
A ver, se supone que son ruinas. Bueno, acá hay algunas ruinas.
Revelio.
¿Aquí me pide que baje o qué? Acá en la cueva.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages.
Mira, el protagonista dijo que nadie ha estado aquí por años. Pero todas las velas están funcionando perfectamente. Ya esto tiene pinta de puzzle. No me digas que hay que tirar eso, no es. No, no puede ser tan fácil.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. You'll not outfox me, Jackdaw. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
¿Qué sonó ahí? Listo.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
My dearest Anne, well done, you solved my puzzle. I knew you were a kindred spirit and the only one with whom I could truly share my adventures. Meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest as soon as you can, and I will show you the map that I mentioned. There is no telling where it will lead us. I found it on pages that Pips ripped from a secret book, and no one else seems to be able to find. I haven't any idea what lies ahead, but I'm glad to know I shall share my future with you. This is only the beginning. Richard, P.S. I am terribly glad you found this, as I would have gone on alone if you did not. And what fun would that be?
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
¿Estará esperando alguien acá?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired Aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the Aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things, Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
¿Subir por acá? Sí. Ya, yo creo... A ver, lleguemos al otro... al destino y ahí dejamos el directo.
Incendio, Accio, Incendio, Accio, Incendio. Protego.
Ya, vamos para allá. Creo que por acá sea el camino más corto. Como que nos estamos alejando. Great Smith Duck.
Accio. Protego. Incendio.
Oye, súper duro el... Lo voy a dejar ahí, no voy a escavar. ¿Dónde está el otro?
Revelio.
Oscureciendo. Este es el bosque prohibido, Forbidden Forest. Y en la noche puede que sea peligroso.
Levioso.
No, hay otro acá.
Incendio. Levioso.
Me morí. Ah, y me decía algo que debo aprender. No sé qué cosa, pero ir al bosque prohibido. I need to learn the disarm charm before I can follow. Richard Jack Ghost into the Forbidden Forest. Que no podemos ir por ahí todavía. Así que acá lo dejamos más.